Well, hey guys, welcome back to Fallout 3 Point Lookout. Where were we? Ah, yes, we were about to collect the seeds from the giant Punga plant. Let's do that. So I've been thinking a lot about, is that Punga fruit plant? Wild Punga. So I've been thinking a lot about Fallout. And I realized that actually when taking everything into consideration, I like Fallout 3 more than Fallout New Vegas. I mean, I think Fallout New Vegas has way better quests. The story, I'm on the fence about that. Lots of people say that Fallout 3 story sucks and Fallout New Vegas story is awesome. In my opinion, Fallout 3's story is better, or at least it's more interesting, but it kinda limits the role playing since your character has a father and mother and all that. Like, you know, like in Fallout 4 where you have a wife and son and your character has a backstory. While Fallout 3 doesn't have like Fallout 3 story is not as serious. You still have some limitation on oh my goodness, what the hell? On role playing. And you know, Fallout New Vegas story is just you're a courier, you deliver the chip, and then random stuff happens. That's kinda basically the story just branches out from the main thing where you are, you know, a courier delivering stuff or trying to find your like trying to get revenge, and then, you know, halfway through the main story you either get revenge or just kinda lets Benny escape. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this to you, but I mean the game is so old. But yeah, and then, you know, we're just involved in some random other stuff, taking control of New Vegas and whatnot, which is, you know, it's interesting, but it's more of like a free play type of thing rather than a cool story, you know. Oh, what the hell? Whereas Fallout 3, you know, it actually has a pretty fleshed out story. You know, you're finding your father, which is kind of like finding Benny. Then, you know, your father dies and you, well, now that I think about it, it has a similar structure, but in my opinion it's more interesting in Fallout 3. Like, did I mention quests? Yeah, I think like side quests are better in New Vegas, just because, I don't know, they were more interesting. And I think easier to find than in Fallout 3. Lots of people, like lots of NPCs, named NPCs in Fallout 3, you can talk to them, but they don't give you a quest, which is good in one way, that, you know, that not, like, I guess not good, but realistic in terms of, you know, not everyone just needs your help. But also kinda sucks that, you know, you talk to that person once and then there's no reason to talk to him ever again. Wow, this is a bit... How do I... Okay. So yeah, Fallout 3 has way better setting. That's just, you know, that's even Fallout New Vegas fans have to admit that Mojave Wasteland is pretty boring, especially the starting, like the first few hours of the game of Fallout 3 is way more interesting than of Fallout New Vegas, because you start in the middle of the map, and then, you know, you can do wherever you want. You wanna do the main quest, you go to the east. You you talk to Mr. Berg and heard of some Tenpenny guy and living in a Tenpenny tower. You go looking for that in the west. You heard about Oasis and on the radio. You go to the north and look for that. I mean, that's you can do wherever you want. Whereas in New Vegas, you have two very linear paths. Either go through the murder well and try to sneak past those flying things, or, you know, die, or go through this long path, which, you know, it's I mean, it's fun. You encounter lots of cool things, but it's just, you know, if you play it the second time, the third time, it's gonna be exactly the same thing, you know. In Fallout 3, you pretty much have, well, like, generally speaking, I guess, you have at least 4 choices. You can, you know, either go north, south, east, or west, or wherever. You can go even like southwest, or, you know, you can do wherever you want. In Fallout New Vegas, you just have one choice. I mean, you have 2 choices if you're very good at sneaking, or just run through that other path. But other than that, you know, and even afterwards, okay, you get to New Vegas, and then you pretty much spend the rest of the game there, like not in New Vegas, but in the north. And you after completing that you know, that Goodsprings quest, you pretty much don't have any reason to come back there. Whereas, you know, Megaton is one of the 3 main places where you can trade, so you come back to Megaton a lot. Even, you know, if you don't use fast travel, you are very likely to come back there, you know, just to rest or something. Whereas Goodsprings, after leaving that place for, you know, for the first time, you might come back there once, maybe twice, but no more than that. I mean, there's nothing there. Pretty much the whole south is gonna be ignored halfway through the game. It's all, you know, north that's active, I guess, after you leave the south. Which is kind of sad, because that's just pretty much ignoring half of the map, or at least a quarter of the map, that is already kind of lame, since, you know, DC, lots of, you know, cool buildings, like areas. You can enter almost every house. Well, not almost every house, but there are a lot of houses that you can enter. And even though I don't like the metro system, or, well, I mean, the metro system is cool, but after a while I just kind of get bored of it. It's still, you know, way more interesting than walking through a desert. So that's that. Yeah. And then DLCs, I never played New Vegas DLCs. I have played Fallout 3 DLCs, and you know, I'm playing one right now. Oh, what is this? And well, I heard very good things about New Vegas DLCs. Fallout 3 DLCs, however, I'm not enjoying. I enjoyed, well, to an extent. I enjoyed the Operation Atronach DLC just because it was kind of different, but it's more of a, like, you know, play it once and then never again type of thing. Broken Steel, I pretty much suffered through that one, didn't really enjoy it. Mothership Zeta, or whatever you call it, it's called, the alien one, that's never gonna play that ever. The only redeeming thing about that DLC is the companions. You know, the cowboy, I think there was an astronaut, the samurai, and then the soldier from Operation Atronach. Those are pretty much the only redeeming things in that DLC. The pit was pretty cool. I enjoyed the pit. That's probably the only DLC I would replay. And then what else was there? I mean, Point Lookout. I think Point Lookout, it's like, in general, like, in my opinion, I don't enjoy it. Oh, that's a chick. I'm not enjoying Point Lookout that much, but I think that it's probably the best Fallout 3 DLC in terms of content, and you know, there's a new map, and it's very, like, it's pretty much it's pretty much what Fallout 3 is, just in a different setting with a different storyline, which is what I do enjoy about DLCs. You know, give me this, give me the base game, just, you know, way awesome than that, or something different than that, you know. The base game just with different things, whereas, you know, like the pit, Mothership Zeta, Operation Atronach, you know, you do those, they're pretty much different. Like, it's pretty much like a quest, new quest lines with very linear slash closed up locations. And then there was the Broken Steel, which, you know, it's pretty much the base game, just extended main quest, which is also pretty, well, like I said, I didn't enjoy it, but again, if I would have to rate the DLCs, I would say that Point Lookout was the best, then Broken Steel, then the pit, and then, you know, the other two. Although I guess I would say that Operation Atronach. What was that sound? Kind of similar sound to using an energy weapon and turning enemies into glue or goo. But yeah, then Operation Atronach, and then the worst one is definitely Mothership Zeta. So yeah, I got really off point. Oh my gun is gonna break soon. Yep. But yeah, so why do I prefer oh, 27, 28. Why do I prefer Fallout 3 over Fallout New Vegas? Well, the setting. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. The setting, just purely the setting. Like I said, the main story is a little bit interesting in my opinion. But truth be told, you know, it's way more interesting to explore it. And Fallout, and just, you know, Elder Scrolls and other RPG, like open world RPG games, are all about exploration, which is, you know, what Fallout 3 does a very good job of, and Fallout New Vegas does a decent job at, but not as good as Fallout 3. So, you know, that's that. But the problem I have with Fallout 3 is, like, why I kinda, you know, halted the Let's Play and I'm continuing it, but I think I'm just gonna finish this DLC and then leave it alone forever or for a very long time, is because I already completed it so many times and, you know, fully to 100%. The only things I haven't done were the DLCs. I done the other 4 DLCs when I played on Xbox the last time. I attempted this DLC, but, you know, then I got bored, and now I'm doing it. And after I finish this DLC, then I can say that I completed the game, you know, like pure 100%. And you know, when I first started this Let's Play, it was all cool, you know, interesting, yay, I'm enjoying it. But, you know, then it kind of ticked that, you know, I've seen this so many times before. I'm kind of bored. I want to play, you know, New Vegas. I haven't played any of the DLCs. I only played a few of the endings, and I definitely didn't explore the whole map. You know, in Fallout 3, I'm not sure if there is an achievement for finding all the places, but I have discovered everything. I remember taking the it was a kind of stupid, like, no, not a stupid thing, but a waste of a perk to take that. When you're level 20, you can take the explorer perk, where it shows you all the places that you can go to. Well, I mean, it is a waste because you can just use your phone or print out a map with all the places from online, but you know, it's more convenient, I guess, to have to just have all the locations for you on the game map. But yeah, I know I found everything. I did every single side quests. I did everything. So it's kind of like I don't feel like playing it anymore. But yeah. If I wouldn't have, like, and even then, the last time, well, now, the last time I played Fallout 3 was pretty long time ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But when I started this Let's Play, it was like a year ago, and it kind of felt like I just recently finished the game, and that's actually true. No, not true not true in that I finished the game fully, but true in that the last time I played was when I played this DLC and I'm bored of it. So when I was, you know, when I started this Let's Play, I felt like, you know, I played this game already on Xbox, like a month prior, you know, starting the Let's Play, so it kind of felt like I'm already exhausted my I don't know, it's hard for me to put my thoughts into words. But yeah, it just, you know, didn't feel right doing this Let's Play. It felt like I'm wasting my time. You know, after a few years, like maybe 2 more years or something, I could continue or even start over with the Let's Play and have fun with it, because, you know, by that time I can say that I haven't been playing for a long time. So yeah. And plus I wanted to initially